name is Hades, joined with Go Dot. Hello, Darcy. So, what are you expecting about a Game 3?
Game 3, eh? So Game 2, it seems like MVP Revolution got a little bit outclassed in terms of, I think, picks and plays in general. But yeah, it looks like the game for number 3 is different opener already. So maybe MVP Revolution will show us something that we haven't really seen, something we haven't really expected, and I guess something that TNC also hasn't seen. So MK is the first pickup for them. TNC did take the tree and protected this time, negating Zayak from getting himself.
5 seconds
Well, Monkey King can, of course, fulfill a very similar role, similar objectives in the early first 5 minutes. Like Tree and Protector, he can snipe couriers just as well. Of course, you don't want to be trading hits with him when he has that passive. But do you really think that MVP should be switching things up for this Game 3? I mean, they did kind of okay so far.
Yeah, I feel like in Game 1, they just had a better kind of team fight composition, and TNC tried to fight into it too much in the mid game, where they were kind of at their peak. But in the Game 2, TNC did the exact opposite. They emphasized on team fight more than kind of scaling, and they still obviously had their early aggression, which is their playstyle, but they had a lineup that kind of could fight with MVP Revolution's playstyle towards the mid game. So that's why I felt like TNC had an edge there. So I was feeling maybe MVP Revolution has to go for a different approach. Either that or they emphasize again into team fight, which I don't think is the idea, because it seems like TNC already knows what's up. So.
Well, I see the Phoenix come out, immediate counter pick of the bat. Right, I wouldn't say counter pick, but they immediately take up the bat for themselves. So they have that initiation to a pickoff kind of thing going on. I'm not sure why, but something in my gut tells me we might see a Medusa this game, because Medusa synchronizes quite well with Trent or Phoenix.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of picks in the majors, the Kev majors, where Medusa was played with the Phoenix as like either a healer or an aggressive team fight composition. So as soon as the Medusa starts fighting and they're on the Medusa, the Phoenix can heal an egg. If the egg is popped early, then Medusa can gaze for the egg so that they can't hit it. But I feel like they should probably be banning Troll Warlord here if they're going for Phoenix.
I agree.
Because Troll Warlord would fit perfectly against Phoenix and the Troll. So, I mean, and the Trent Protector, sorry, not the Troll. But here we go, Spectre ban, Nake's ban, Nake's for the bomb, I guess. A little. I've seen Nake's and Phoenix bomb a little bit, but obviously they still have their other picks to show. Spectre, I feel like maybe it might be a hero that suits them both here. So he can team fight, he can fight, and it can scale well in the late game. So.
Reserve time.
Okay, what other heroes actually synergize well with the Phoenix? Anything else come to mind?
Most times Phoenix is picked is with team fight oriented lineup, so Medusa was obviously one of them. Other approaches was like Storm has been picked quite a bit, but I don't feel like they'll pick Storm here. Shadow Fiend is good as well with Phoenix. Could be alright this game as well.
How about a Darkseer? Okay, they actually do have to pick up the Troll. You can't give it away to TNC. Not like that, especially with the game Raven had. So
Rubik instantly picked though. So they kind of expected that. I'm sure they could have picked Troll straight up, but obviously MVP counterpicked it so that don't take it. But the Rubik pickup was way too quick here, so they must have thought that Revolution would have taken it, and they're prepared to fight the Troll now. Now, question is, what kind of cores are they going to pick for TNC to deal with Troll now?
Reserve time.
It has to be heroes that can be aggressive and utilize the living armor.
I mean, Jug's still in the pool as well. They could also go back to something like a Sven. I'm not sure how that will help though against Troll, but you could always go for something like that with a Darkseer, but you already have the bat, so it's tough. It's quite tough. We'll have to see. But MVP Revolution, I mean, obviously both these teams, they're gonna emphasize on early aggression. They pick up the Invoker, sensing the danger. You don't want to give that to Cuckoo. So there's that fighting carry. Weaver. Alright.
Weaver fits in perfectly here, so he can fight, he can utilize the living armor, and he's a hero that can kill the egg very quickly as well. So Yeah, it looks like it will be a troll safe lane, a invoker middle MK roam, Phoenix playing as the support position 5
10
more or
seconds
less
remaining.
likely, and they'll be picking a more playmaking hero in the offlane. Yeah,
5
it
seconds
feels like
remaining.
MVP Revolution has picked a jungling offlaner every time though, and it's always started
Reserve
in
time.
jungle as well. So we might see something similar to that. However, there's a lot of heroes that are already banned.
TNC's
Magnus,
turn
Legion
to
being the
ban.
2 heroes that they have played in the last 2 games, and Centaur now being banned.
Ooh, Queen of
So
Pain.
there's not many options left.
I like the TA ban, especially since, of course, once again, boiling back to the majors, TA just blowing onto this, just blowing everyone away onto the scene. Like, I think she's proven that, yeah, she's still such a viable pick. I think, like, previously before
10
this
seconds
major,
remaining.
her win rate wasn't that convincing. It wasn't, like, super wow factor kind of
5
thing. But when you had,
seconds
like, so many
remaining.
Magnuses coming up and all, I guess it just kind of made sense. So,
Yeah, and TA is a good
Reserve
counter for
time.
Invoker in the middle lane as well, so that's another plus from their side.
Queen of Pain pickup against Invoker though, like this matchup, once again, it feels like it might be static. Doesn't seem like both sides are gonna get careless, and I think it's also gonna boil into what the MK can do, of course. But Axe pickup for MVP, ooh, I guess that's one way of catching the Weaver as well.
Yep, Axe is a great pickup here. I'm just a little worried that they need too much time to farm because, unlike the other games, the Invoker was always left alone doing his own thing and providing Sunstrikes.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, now there's only one hero early game that can utilize the Sunstrike, which is the MK, until the Axe gets a Blink Dagger, which might take too long if he has a hard lane. And I feel like TNC is one of those teams that are super aggressive, as shown as last 2 games. Even the first game where they lost, it was very aggressive early game. So the Axe might have a bit of a hard time getting his Blink Dagger on time.
One thing they could also consider, maybe put the Weaver into the off lane, like an aggressive, actually contest the troll lane, since Monkey King isn't exactly, a safe lane support. So you
10
could put Bat with
seconds
the Axe
remaining.
as well. I mean, that's not too bad.
5
Is it?
seconds remaining.
They could potentially do, as you said, what, Weaver and offlane with Rubik? Is that your
With the
plan?
trades,
And then
just go for
yeah,
an
and then the
aggressive
Treant
trial.
can be around there. Yeah, they could potentially do that, but it must succeed because if not, then we have a Bat versus Axe. I mean, it is a little favorable for the Bat Rider, but the Axe will get farm, and I feel like contesting the Axe farm is the priority because the slower the Axe has his blink, the slower he can set up for his team, the slower they can go for ganks, and Sunstrike will be less effective as well without the blink on Axe. So I feel like it's quite unlikely for it to happen in that scenario. But we'll see. Maybe they might do it. It's definitely a possibility, that's for sure.
Well, Weaver's already TP to the top, and I'm sure they spotted the TP. Queen of Pain, going for the triple branch. But Zayak is actually going to be playing the Phoenix this game, not the Monkey King. So, looks like he's going to be taking the 5, bit of a role swap coming out, and Blizzy will be the one who gets to roam around having fun. So he's smoked up. We'll see what he decides, or where he will go. And yeah, they're going to put the Bat into the safe lane to contest the Axe. One-on-one situation, who really wins here between a Bat and Axe?
The Bat should win. In most cases, at least, he would. He does have the boot, so he's prepared to verse an Axe. So the Axe's PMS won't be as effective as it normally would be in a standard matchup. However, it seems like they're also switching lanes. Yep, both teams are switching
30
lanes,
seconds to battle.
Yeah, they see
and
this
none of them
coming.
know about it. Do they?
Maybe. I mean,
Well-
if Trent actually go, yeah, he's actually going to the rune. So I think if he doesn't see anyone there, he should know that the rows, like the lanes, are swapped, or should, unless he. I'm just looking at this Shaggy Bart casually walking behind the tier 1. He's like, yay! No, it's just Monkey King things.
And here we go. They're trying to contest the Batrider's rune. They're, I feel, a
The
little
battle
late,
begins.
but they still will get it.
Worthy
You want to get as much damage as they can into Sam H. Of course, they know that this is happening. I mean, it's still, they don't necessarily have to like reswap the lanes. Bat it's probably gonna be expecting that. Just have a slightly easier time in the safe lane. At the same time, top they can just really stomp and lock down this Axe, force him into the jungle.
Yeah. And since he's got PMS, that actually benefits them a lot.
has been
Career
killed.
dying again. MVP Revolution is very aware of these little things. I think 2 games out of 3 now they've done that. And even in the second game, the Trent was sniping careers, not at the very level 1, but like in the midst of the game.
Top lane going for the DC, they go for the lift, pushing him all the way back. He doesn't have a call, he went for the Helix first. So he's already brought to half HP, no salve. Looks like he may be forced to go into an Iron Talon if this keeps up.
The mid lane matchup has been an iconic matchup back in the day where Queen of Pain was actually played a lot and contested a lot. And generally in this kind of matchup, the Invoker Exort would, little by little, it would start winning because you would go 2 cores, 2 Exort, and the cores would out-regen the Queen of Pain's Shadow Strike. But bottom lane...
I mean, they already take care of Sam H. Puber now gonna just salve up. Very nice first blood for them as he's TPing back. This is one of these moments you just wish he had disrupted the glimpse and back just to annoy him. So top lane, they might be thinking of making something happen. Ryo and Tims are in position.
And yeah, they seem the Batrider is playing very aggressive here, almost killing the Phoenix there, but now is in a little bit of trouble.
Sam, what are you doing, Sam? You just died. Not again. Oh, not like this.
That's not very good. He just TP'd in as well,
But
so he's
top
gonna
lane,
have a
they go
long
for the lift.
walk.
Napoleon with the call, but it doesn't matter. Rubik just right clicks him down. Of course, he said, you know, Raven, very strong physical DPS at the beginning as well. Just weave things. So this way, oh, Cuckoo gonna be forced to blink back. That extra right click is proving a bit too much. I feel like you say, no, it's an iconic matchup between Queen of Pain and Invoker, but after a while, like, do you think the talents make a difference? Big difference.
Well, it'll become what, a health and damage. Well, 25 damage for the Queen of Pain, and most invokers take the 125 health. So I believe not. It won't really make that much of a difference. The only difference is that Invoker would normally go for the Forge Spirits build, where back in the day you'd get 2 of them when you have 4 cores and 4 Exor, where now you don't. You normally go for like more Wex in general instead of cores. So it's going to be a little bit more favorable for the Queen of Pain. On top of that, he does have living armor, so he can play a little bit more ballsy in that sense.
I just like how they left the courier at the tier 3. They wanted it to be flying at least, so that Queen of Pain gets her items no matter what. It was just sitting in the base, like at the tier 3 for 30 seconds. Blizzy getting good vision in Sam H. He's still level 2, does not have a Firefly, so he can't jungle even if he wanted to. But of course, the double
Bottom
slow
lane.
coming up. You like Cooked Monkey, Darcy? Well, MVP, they do like it, so... Woohoo. I was like, cooked bats. I think you have those in like in China. I remember somewhere in... I went to Beijing once, they had like fried bats with side sauce.
Did you have that?
No,
Is
man,
that
dude,
even
I
any
didn't
good?
dare to try that. they're like all this weird food, like scorpions,
Meanwhile,
all that stuff.
look at Tim just
Gets it. Oh, that's a big
feels
creep.
bad, man. And he might, well, he's gonna force Shrine obviously at this point here. That's horrendous. That's when you want to just leave the game.
Nah,
He's going for his Quelling Blade now. He's gonna go for the Iron Talon next item. But yeah, he's very behind right now.
Oh, they want to go for him one more time. Sam H is not having a good time because of the Boundless Strike, the stun. No Firefly. Down goes Sam H. Kill me, baby, one
And
more time.
MK almost dying there, but not quite yet.
Dire's top
Do they have a
tower
shrine to go
is
to? No,
under
they don't.
attack.
But Trian's gonna come in at least with his nature's guys.
Dire's
You know, he's able to
structures
just
are
sit around, chill a bit. Fade time, a bit long, but it's okay. He's thinking about
TNC is
going
attempting to go for the top lane. They do have the catapult, and they have the orb from
Hold
Blightstone
on, bottom lane,
also.
Tims might be able to kill Puber here. He has a lot of damage with the leech seed. One more right click, but Puber.
Face boots.
Face boots. Ooh, he gets out. So no big kills for Tims today.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And again, middle lane, just all these little small trades. Queen of Pain is slightly getting ahead again. He's going for the double null, so he gets more damage and he can last it easier against the Invoker. And the Invoker is starting to clarity up to try and regain this matchup. And like I said, yeah, he's going for the standard Quaz Exort build against Queen of Pain, which is the old school build. But at some point, he will have to start building Wex.
Well, we haven't seen like any of these global Sunstrike kind of kills happening yet. Do you think it could happen? It's very hard, like especially since you don't have a lot of long stunts.
Yeah, it's that, and also the fact that he keeps Forge Spirit to try and, you know, regain and win his lane. And Forge Spirit's 75 mana and doesn't last that long as well in the early stages. So, yeah, that's going to be a main issue. He's already used the clarity too. So it's very unlikely. Maybe one here and there, but again, the lineup doesn't really help Sunstrike to, you know, get a guaranteed hit.
Troll actually taking to the jungle, which means that one of the supports can take some solo EXP. Bottom lane, Blizzy, they might try here onto Raven, who is all alone very, very far out, but they don't have any good ways to catch him. Trying to contest this
Raven.
double stack. I'm sure Blizzy spots him out.
Attempting just to get the creeps. Ooh, Raven.
And the Swarm connects actually, they might even get the kill here onto Blizzy. He's gonna go for the Shikuchi and onto Blizz. But Napoleon is there, and of course with a bit of help from Puber, they do take care of it very easily. Ryo's just going to be able to leech up the EXP, even getting the troll, the big one. Woohoo.
And that's his boots right there. The Raven almost ate the tree, the same one as the MK. As soon as he flew down, he cut the tree. So that was quite unfortunate that happened. However, this Batrider is struggling a lot. I mean, his levels is not as bad. I mean, compared to the Axe, he's only one level behind. Maybe even a little bit less. But I feel like he's died too much. He needs to recover somewhere, and he can't really lane. So maybe he needs someone to start stacking for him, or maybe he can start stacking himself while he's laning. He needs to recover at some point, that's for sure, even though Raven's having a really good time.
He could consider... Oh, hold that thought. Bottom to the top lane. Nice double call into the Boundless Strike. That should be as Raven actually taking quite a bit of damage. And then Sunstrike. Raven now turning around with the Swarm. Shikuchi's forward. He wants to go for the Monkey. Raven. This Parasite going all the way behind the tier 1 tower. It's gonna fall, so there's no cover for him. And here comes the Sonic Wave, actually barely connecting into Blizzy. Shaves his tail, but they already get the kill onto Napoleon. And Blizzy gonna...
And in the meanwhile, Zayak, the Phoenix, solo killed the Batrider.
Wow. Wait, what? How?
Ah, he just sun rayed them down, just beam, and he just got destroyed.
He just Fire Spirits.
Oh, what? Then I have no idea how he died, because we're all watching the top fight. I can't believe he died. What? Okay, yeah, that's something to really just watch the replay and recap on. It just feels really bad for Sam H right now. I'm not too sure where he goes from here even.
He has to be tilted at this point because he's right now 0-5.
Yeah, and getting solo killed by a support doesn't help. A support without Sunray or Egg at the time as well. Yeah, that's very odd.
I mean, we've seen the swap around from Phoenix builds. There was a period of time everyone went for the Death Ray kind of thing, but now it's gone back to the Fire Spirits. Like, what's your opinion on this? Was there a nerf?
Well, yeah, there was lots of nerfs before. I mean, Sunray was once pure and went through BKB.
Top lane, well. Raven, down he goes. Napoleon getting a big needed kill.
Quinn Payne still applying pressure, and he's still on top of CS.Network. I mean, even though he's just gang top as well. Midas is almost up on the Invoker.
The Puber Troll. 4.6k, Vlad's on the way up. He's actually really farmed. And now they rotate Raven to the bottom lane. They need to try and make something happen here. I wasn't a fan of the bottle onto Sam H, but I don't know, I just feel like maybe he still could have gone for the Tranquils. But no, Zayak. Icarus dive. He wants to kill Sam H one more time. Now he goes for the egg.
But he'll be going down
just
here.
Just like a Puber. What? He's just like,
very
I have
close.
no interest. Die for me so that I can farm a few creeps.
Puber getting chased down here. And he's in big trouble here.
Getting access, going for the TP. Does he have a Sonic Wave? Yes, he will cast it. Ah, no, not enough.
Worthy tribute.
I guess like the huge difference is Tim's went for the level 2 living armor this time, not the level 2 Nature's guys. Otherwise, I felt with the extra 0.6 seconds, they definitely could kill him with the Sonic Wave.
Yeah. Now, Napa? I'll just call him Napa. He's closing on his blink here, unless he's going for a Vanguard, which probably is not the greatest idea, considering they have other heroes that kind of require time to farm. But yeah, he's quite close to it, whereas the Batrider is not so far behind too, in fact. The only difference is that one of them's been giving away a lot of gold in the process. But it seems like TNC will be making their way to
Blizzy, they
bottom.
burned the tree, they cut him down. Oh no, actually no, he jumped off just in the nick of time, but actually can they get the kill here? Oh yes! So getting himself a bit of... How would you put it? Okay, yeah. He's just getting back some of the gold he gave away. Think of it as a long-term investment, that's all.
Maybe it's all according to his plan. Maybe he's just giving gold so their net worth goes up and then he gets it back even quicker.
Dude, that's some like next level plays, man.
That's
Oh, but
it,
bottom lane,
man.
Zayak gonna go down to Raven and Tims.
And they're gonna go make their way downtown and try to get that tower. They don't have the tree this time in P Revolution, so they can't heal it up. So right now TNC putting pressure on all three lanes, because right now it's very hard for them to do anything until the Axe get a Blink Dagger, which is quite near to it in fact.
Huber wants to get, can he get a bash in? He needs a bash. Give Daddy the bash. Nah, he's not gonna get it. Probably gonna find the kill with the bash. But oh well, you know, sometimes you just don't get those RNG passives you desperately need. Haven't talked about Cat for a while. This guy, you know, just doing his invoker things, actually opting to go for the drums, the first item, not the eggs.
That's an interesting build. Not so common, very common before, but not so more now, because generally it's just an Aghanims rush, get your spells, you know, as soon as you can and just start fighting with it. But he's going to take the different approach. Bottom lane though.
Huber.
Oh, Root comes
Overgrowth
off.
for this. He really wants to kill, and now with the egg as well. Sam Hinge, everyone's just gonna right click it down. Tasty omelet. So, meanwhile, Purebro, middle lane, here showing himself. He did have an invis rune early on. The TP is coming in. They need to back off because Raven, he's gonna be the one to push out this wave. Axe should have a blink right about now. There we go, easy blink.
And it seems like every time we've got egg up, it just is used defensively and, you know, wears off, dies. And they're going for the push again up bottom lane. Troll always
Oh, they know,
around.
yep. And of course with the creep wave looking for the Sun Strike shouldn't land. And who comes on with the Boundless Strike. Talk about overkill.
What happened? Axe happened.
Sam H rotating middle, he's got the Blink Dagger. They do spot Blizzy, but he doesn't care about him. He just wants the Invoker.
Invoker, does he die?
Invoker,
Ghost
2 more
walk,
hits.
No detection, TNC. Looking for the call, catching the Weaver. They need to make something happen here. Can they kill the Weaver? He has a time lapse. Not enough mana.
It's got Magic Stick though.
Sam Page is still burning down Blizzy. They toast the monkey up. Napoleon's two flames to burn. He gets the donkey. Double call, needs to do lucky spins here and there. Can he get the spins? Oh, really close. Trent still alive, living almost gonna be there. Zayak, he is thinking about going back in. He has to dive in 5 seconds. He has the fire spirits. Oh, he's gonna try and burn down this tree.
Meanwhile, bottom lane as well.
Tim's not gonna die here, but Icarus dive now to slow him off. Ryo doesn't have any mana, nothing he can do. Tim's, well, he burned down. Yeah, he's gonna try to deny himself to Roshan. Yes, he will. And of course, Cuckoo getting the solo kill here onto Huber. Did he man up?
Yeah, he didn't have a TP when he was getting that tower. He did get the tower, but in the end, the Queen of Pain is just kiting him around and slowly giving some damage away. So, ends up dying there for the tower.
Oh no, looks like they will find themselves Zayak. MVP, looks like things were going really well, but they're just throwing it all out the window.
Yeah, now Sam H is back in the game. He's got his blink. He's done 2 ganks, one in the Invoker, which didn't end up killing the Invoker, but got a good fight going on for them. And that kill there, which will be maybe for the tower. Huber keeps coming to defend every tower that's contested, which is really impressive because not many cores would like value it as much as him. But yeah, they're preparing themselves to fight again. The Phoenix Egg is up. They do have a smoke, and they're gonna start using that. Yep. And seems like they have a plan in mind as drawn on the map there. But at the same time, TNC 4-man smokes, and they're going to play around the Queen of Pain here. Maybe use them as baits.
Invoker gonna
Let's
show
see.
himself middle lane, but this is very scary. Sam H. Lasso going straight for the Invoker, pulling him back into the swarm of Raven, and that should be the Invoker going down. So this way, quick kill and hold on. That actually went to the Dire. What? Now they're just gonna try to sneak
And
Roshan
meanwhile,
instead.
But TNC does know, they suspect it, and they're going in. This is going to
Yeah,
be
it's an
very
overgrowth.
bad.
Axe going for the call immediately. Now they're going to turn around straight for this. Oh, that was fast. Ooh, but looks like the axe will go down. No, the egg will proc Zayak. He's gonna Icarus dive away. But the Wukong's command stolen by Ryo Blizzy. Actually, haha, the Pirates one actually still gets the return kill. Zayak gonna try and run away, but Cuckoo gets the right click out. And Samage also with another kill. That's gonna be 4 heroes down. Invoker needs to try and make something happen, but only 1 point to Wex. He will not get that tornado.
Yeah.
Sunstrike, not gonna kill anything. Just tickle
Absorbed by
Raven.
SamH. And yeah, now as Rosh is down, I believe this was a bit of a misplay. I think, if anything, they should have attempted to go in the pinner plane before, when it was alone at middle, but they tried to do the sneak in rush play, which didn't pay off because the Invoker got caught in the meanwhile. Now the game's gonna be very hard from here on out. It's gonna be again up to the Axe to make the plays, to grab some hero to combo with the Sunstrike and just get single little kills here and there. But TNC have other plans in mind. Obviously they do want to push the lanes out, but they'll group and take some tier 2s because now they're stronger. And they have Aegis on top of that as well.
Double damage.
Oh, now he's going for the call. He's found the Weaver, but they're going to shatter damage with the tree. And nice overgrowth catching 2. Phoenix doesn't have an egg. The Sunra's going to heal Nappa, but looks like he's going to get killed. Ooh, yes, he will get killed Tims. Of course, now of all these heroes at the call, he's going to try to get the return kill to Ryo, but Ryo, it's okay. He goes down anyways. So, pretty big stuff between the two teams. Getting the trade, of course, favoring
Dire's
TNC just a
top
tiny bit
tower
more.
is under attack.
And they're going for the push again. Tree will be up soon, so no worries there from TNC. They'll have their living armor up in case they do try to make a desperate play on the bottom lane here. But seems like they're just content with splitting and farming up now because they know they can't fight into TNC right now. And just judging from that last play, even though that is the correct thing they have to do, they need to try and find picks, but unfortunately for them, TNC had people behind them and turned that around.
So, right now, well, Kuku's actually going for the orchid. Okay, so who's the ideal target you want to like quickly kill off here of the orchid this game if you're the co-op?
Well, Invoker and Phoenix are majorly affected by it. So one of them should aim the Phoenix while Batrider grabs
Tims, they know
Invoker.
he was there, going for the call. They're just gonna toast the tree with the Sunstrike. Easy dunk kill here for MVP. How did they know? I think Blizzy had vision. He was hiding inside the tree, so they kind of knew he was there. He's going to try and build his way into his own Midas. And they'll just go straight for the top tier 1. MVP needs towers. They've only taken the bottom tier 1. That's not enough. Nowhere near enough.
And Tree is dead now, so they can get it before he starts living arming it, so... TNC might still want to contest this though, they're all up soon. And SamH is in position. He doesn't have Firefly, but he does have Lasso here. And looks like MVP Revolution knows about it. Protecting him with that
Oh, they
ward.
really want to fight. They're on the chase. Even 4 steps Cuckoo forward. Looking for someone. He's found Nappa. Of course, with the Orchid. Can they kill the Axe here? Living armor onto Cuckoo. Looking for the Sonic Wave as well. They really want this kill. And they actually get it.
And that's going to be the turnaround. I mean, Cat will need to start splitting. He's going to go middle. TNC will get top tower, but at the same time, they might try to hold middle out without losing it. Revolution's doing a good job in trying to split up the team and starting to get their own farm here. SNY now picked up by the Troll Warlord. Phoenix though in a bit of a pickle here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
No, he should be okay, is he? Oh, hold on, take that back. They even commit the egg for this, just for the save. Sunstrike not gonna land to anything. Overgrowth catches 2. Very nice save coming up from Tips. He's gonna win near the tree, see if they come back up. Well, Raven's still pushing the top, just getting some farm.
Cube is in big trouble here in the bottom lane. About to get soloed by the Batrider here.
One more time.
And now SamH getting the revenge from that early game he had.
This is one of those times where you just type into the all chat, come bottom more. Gank me more, something like that.
Just in C things only.
Just see things. You don't get it in Australia as well?
No.
Ah.
Nah, we do.
You do? Alright, alright. Alright guys, so let's try to avoid being super toxic. Let's try to avoid that. But okay, this game, oh, Napa actually getting the return kill onto Sam H. So Sam H feeling not exactly done just yet, you know, giving away a big kill like that.
Dire's middle
I'm
tower
not.
is
I'm
under
looking at
attack.
his. Did he panic? Look at his stash. What?
Invisibility.
Through the Baron stash.
Yeah.
Oh. Or maybe he's getting what, a hood?
Maybe he has 3 girlfriends. Oh, they
That'd
find
be
the
very
Orchid silencer
awkward.
to Blizzy. Gets off the tray anyways, but the heal coming out from Zach's gonna keep him alive. Orchid Friend will not get enough, but Cuckoo says it's okay. Blinking to the backline, takes a quick and easy kill. Nice and thank you. Then of course, ooh, gets a bash. Cuba, but now look at the call. They want to kill the Queen of Pain
Axe
right
going
now.
in.
Donk. No, they won't even need it. They're saving it.
Aegis is down. Great play by the Axe, making a lot of singular kills here.
Need to go.
Dire's middle
Try and make
tower
something
is
happen,
under
but they
attack.
can't find the opening. TNC positioning just really disciplined right now. They're so split up.
Dire's middle tower.
But, oh no, the Hurricane Pike from Raven.
Once again.
Really quick. The Sunstrike with the blink out. They're not going to get the kill. And of course, the media not going to land anything. Ryo. Oh, very nicely done with the Fade Bolt snipe. And now the X is going to come out. But with all these heroes here, once again, thank you for the omelet, says TNC. MVP. Ryo, man, he actually stole the tree dance, just going there, getting the quick Fade Bolt kill. Very nicely done from him. Media was off the mark, and Cat, his Invoker has been very lackluster this game.
Now there's a 10k lead going for TNC, and it seems like next approach will be Roshan. I believe in like 3 to 4 minutes or so will be up. Aghanims is still being built up by Cat. Maybe a few more minutes from now it'll have it, but it's not looking good. Eventually they're going to start playing backup. The Axe has been getting way too much on his own with the Sunstrike, so they need to start playing behind the heroes that are pushing the waves away.
He's going for more mischief again. Look at Napa. He's TP to the bottom lane, smoked up by himself. If he can find that kill into Raven, that was... I mean,
But
back to
Tree
the
is
fight.
close by. They
Yeah, we'll
might
give this
use
guy
this
credit,
one
man.
as bait
Do you look at Raven just now? That Hurricane Pike so quick. He didn't even get the call.
during the middle lane fight,
Knows
right?
that Tim's is there. Napa, he needs to get out the lead sheet. He may be just about to pave it with his life. The single smoke play doesn't have a TP as well with the battle hunger. He's gonna try to run this one off, but the bash again is from Tim. Easy kill here for Raven. Wow. And of course with the medallion, very quick and easy for Tim's.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Like, the Axe did a lot of work before, and now he's being a little bit too, predictable. I mean, you can't make the same play 3 times now. They're just going to play backup. They're going to have either the tree or the Rubik behind the cores that are pushing in the lane that they feel is not safe.
Oh, they try.
And yeah, it's working out.
That was a close shave. Cat was so close to dying there. Top lane, they just want to take the tier 1 tower, but look at it. Because of the tree, and they just cannot push. Not efficiently, at least. It's almost full HP.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Now they get the bottom tier 2, they'll go back to try and defend. If they can find that 1 kill into somebody, but they can't. MVP already back in on Ryo, going for the tree down spring. And over the backline, Sam H, force that forward. Nah, Kuku's gonna get the kill into Cat.
Radiant's top tower.
Well, that was in the middle lane. Actually, the top lane, this is still not yet over. Looking for that call, Raven. They know he's there, they see him over there. Laying out the dust. Down goes Phoenix. No, nice telekinesis drop.
Oh
Ryo,
no!
did he just mess
Didn't
up? Oh, not
cancel
to
it
get the
though.
call. Onto the Weaver. Can they get enough damage off? No spins, not today. And if the egg gonna proc right now, bang. But that's not gonna be enough as Napa needs to run. Oh, Sonic Wave from Kuku. The screen be enough? No, it will not be enough to kill. So that's gonna be a 3 for 2 trade. Very even. Who got the better exchange here, Darcy?
I believe Revolution. I mean, they're already behind. Anything that's going to be an even trade is going to be a better trade in general. So that's not bad, not bad. Now they're going to build up the BKBs on the Troll Warlord. Aghanims will be up any moment now for the Invoker. And yeah, Revolution will have a lot better fighting chance in the next fight after those items are purchased. However, now Roshan will be... Yep, Roshan's up, and that's going to be the next objective coming up for TNC.
Alright, so Cuber, of course, you want the Ags on Invoker, you also want the BKB onto him. What's the next item if you're this? Okay, well, X is going for BKB. Hold that thought. I would have thought he'd go for something else like a pipe, you know, something to at least help the rest of the team tank up a bit. But the BKB, oh, trying for the wild call, Sam H.
Ooh, bottom lane.
You said you can't try the same trick third time. He's going for the fourth. Alright, so Cop actually has a Hex right now. She's starting to become a very, very big problem in the side of MVP. Like we talked about, also how Cat, usually the team creates space for him. Not really happening in this game. Sam H has actually overtaken him in terms of net worth.
Yeah. It's not looking good here, but still, they're heroes. They have a lot of heroes that can turn around fights despite the net worth lead. Obviously, it will be harder to execute fights, but there is a chance here. And Roshan is now going to be contested by TNC. Let's see if MVP Revolution actually considers going in and taking a fight here, because they do have Aghanims on Invoker now. The Troll Warlord has just purchased BKB, so they're at their time to fight. This is it. If they can take a fight here, they can take a Rosh, and the game will change dramatically.
No.
And smoke goes out.
Gonna bump into each other. This is a big smoke. We're going for straight away lasso into the Invoker. And of course, nice call. Catching double into the egg. But the Wukong's command's gonna be there, zoning them out. Raven's gonna try and get the swarm onto Nappa. First casualty of the game will be Ryo. But looking at Invoker, he's gonna go down to Sam H, burning down in the Firefly. Of course, the diffuser there, Troll Warlord. Going for the optimistic TP at the Sunray heal. No bash. Just a bit out. So he's gonna get back heal up. And that's gonna be an Invoker for a Rubik. MVP getting caught if that pants down. But still, initiation was key. I think TNC had a really good counter initiation with the overgrowth.
Yep, Batrider straight away got the Invoker in that fight, and they just focused them down. Even though the egg was great, they just didn't have the damage coming from...
They're going for a second smoke. They're going straight for the Roshan.
Oh.
But they know the Treants there as well. MVP.
This is unexpected. This is a great play. If they do make... Oh, but the tree! Oh, no!
Dust. No, he's out of range. He wasn't caught in the dust.
Oh, that's... feels bad, man. And
Tim's,
they won't even get him either. That's the worst. Tim's making the plays.
Once again, also I mentioned back in game 2 at the end, you know, this is basically a battle between Tims and Zayak. Right now it's between Tims and Blizzy. Blizzy's MK hasn't had that much damage done every single time. He still needs the basher for the big Wukong's command, which we're so used to seeing. But no, here comes Tim saying, hello, Nappa, Boundless Strike. I think Tim's outplayed himself right here. Easy Sunstrike kill for Cat. And without the overgrowth, if anything, they could actually think about taking Roshan for themselves. No buyback in Treant as well. Yep,
BKB almost up here by the Weaver.
But Cuckoo. Ooh, they take care of Cat. And this makes things a bit questionable. They're going to TP to the shrine immediately. MVP Revolution.
This seems a very desperate play by MVP Revolution.
Very
not
risky as
the
well.
fight to take here. They need to back off.
Jax now doing a hope to turn around, kill onto the Queen of Pain, laying out the Wukong's command. Nice big A coming out. Can he kill Cuckoo? Blinks out, wasted ultimates. Not like this. And Puba, he's going to get out just fine. That's a lot of ground he has to cover. Ryo once again waiting out on the tree. No egg. That could be really, really bad. TNC could be the ones to take the Roshan. They still have to swarm up. But the downside is Invoker will be back up. And strangely, not as highly leveled as I would have thought. Like, Queen of Pain is actually level 22. And your Invoker's level 15. They
decided just to go for Rosh instead of taking the play and trying to kill that Phoenix, who was in a little bit of a trouble there. Now Rosh falling down for TNC. MVP Revolution not close enough to contest.
Right, so MVP,
and it will be their high ground siege now, coming from the Weaver.
Zayak in trouble, I think. Yep, there we go, the Hex. Orchid maybe? No, they don't want. She's way too afraid. Oh, the lift back with the Sonic Wave. Whew. Tenino lands into two heroes though. Ryo, ooh, Cat! With the Sunstrike Snipe. That was at the very end of the tornado as well.
And bottom lane again, Puber, this seems deja vu once again. He's saving the Lasso for the BKB TP. But BKB goes off and he expects there's more people.
He's gonna
Quap does
blink out
come
to the
in to
north.
help him out.
Oh, they're searching for them. They're searching for them.
Hex goes off. Weaver's
Yes.
behind them.
Weaver going for the hunt. He wants to kill Puba one more time. Cuckoo, they have their eyes on that target. Can they kill him off? Will it be enough? No, it will not.
But the axe definitely will go down.
I feel like if it's not the troll who dies, his teammates have to sacrifice their bodies just to make sure he survives.
Yeah, that's correct. And that is the right play there. Middle lane though, Weaver getting a solo kill. Oh, no egg is forced out. So there will be no egg for the next siege coming through, which will be any moment now.
Oh, now the lasso.
Oh, let's
Instant from
So,
Savage.
egg
Coming up to
and
two
he's
heroes
dead.
with the EMP. Doesn't even connect. Meanwhile, Puba's just gonna try and push out the middle lane. Just look at the top tier 1. It's still so healthy. Mid as well. This just looks like one of the most toxic games ever. And okay, oh my god. Puber, your axe just died for you. He's not there this time. Invoker, throw your body in for him. Nah, Puber, you have to learn your lesson, man. You have to die.
Shuttle and loom, I will.
Well, they have tree living armor, so these towers will naturally be healed up unless they, you know, kill them off and take the towers straight away. But yeah, now they will siege for sure. The troll does not have buyout. They don't know that, but they have Aegis and they should utilize that. And not only that, but the Phoenix egg is also down, and they knew that about that as well. So it's going to be very, very hard to defend the next siege here. It will be up to the Invoker to try and make some big plays here.
Alright, so TNC looks like they're gonna try and get some siege damage out without the troll. 30 seconds, quite a bit of time. Scream lol. Alright, so next item, Shiva's guard maybe? The Queen of Pain? Or is this like a self curse?
Dire
Oh,
structures
Rubik actually
are
stole the troll
fortified.
ultimate. That's a lot of siege damage coming out. Now go to the lasso,
and
they
there
find
we
the
go.
Phoenix one more time. Now with the call, actually no, off the mark, immediately lifted up into the air. Sunspec's gonna be missing, but Phoenix now forced to buy back. Monkey King, caught by Cuckoo, Sonic Wave. And once again, Raven's like, hello, I don't care. Tier 3 tower's
Dire's
gonna
middle
definitely
tower
fall
is
here.
under attack.
Soul Crest onto Raven, they'll get the buyback on him to Blizzy. TNC, but Raven has the Aegis, doesn't want to be wasting it. Still has the BKB.
Troll ulti once again by the Rubik.
Now they pop the egg.
And
Wow,
the
very
Phoenix
preemptive.
egg.
Going in with the blink initiation. Can it kill Cuckoo? No, blinks out. Wukong's command's gonna be off the mark. Raven doesn't care about dying here. He has the Aegis. The Sunra's gonna be doing very, very little. But the stolen egg out from the Rubik. Stuns off Cuber. Lifting him up into the air. Raven says, hello, where are you running? Shrine keeping him alive for now. Raven doesn't want to get caught by the Whirling Axe with the lasso back. Cat. Burn in hell and die. So that's gonna be 3. And now they're going straight for the monkey. If he dies here one more time, this will be really big. He does not have buyback with the Hurricane Strike. Easy kill here. And this is where MVP are just collapsing apart. They get themselves 1 kill into Sam H. But hey, Sam H has died so many times he doesn't even care.
Well, they get a Rax there, and they forced a lot of buyouts, I believe.
Radiant's
Let's
bottom
see, did they force buyouts? I think the Phoenix bought out. Yep, Phoenix bought out. The Monkey bought out. I think that's about it, right? Yeah, two supports buying out there. It's not as big as I thought it would be, but the Rax being down will cause issues, and the Aegis is still not
Burned.
used yet. Yeah, so maybe they might go back in. Not too sure the exact timing here, but if they do have more time on the Aegis, they should go again and just force it.
So 39 to 20. No surprise that TNC have the advantage in net worth. And now they're gonna just go wander over to the bottom lane. Puber trying to build into their Bloodthorn. I mean, it could be a great item against Queen of Pain. She doesn't have, you know, BKB of that sort, but I'm not sure
Yep.
he'll get the time to farm it up.
Oh, Aegis is running out now, so maybe MVP Revolution is looking to take a fight. They do head towards the middle lane here. Puber does have Blink and BKB. Invoker also has BKB now.
But hey, Raven finding himself a kill. Monkey meat.
And Blizzy goes down.
Raven has had plenty of that this game. He's gone straight for Blizzy over and over again. He's not going to get that bash. He's given up on it. He just wants to go for a gem at this point. But now MVP, they're on the run. They know they have to back out of here. Zayak probably has to TP out. They know that he's inside the trees. He's gonna Sunray out. Oh, but immediately caught! He tried for that bug thing where you just like fly off the map. But, okay. TNC, now they're gonna try and at least push out the bottom lane. Middle lane is automatically pushing in. They can get a siege here if they wanted to. Does he have the troll ult? No, he actually has Alacrity. Wow. Alright, so Raven.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good pickup for sieging here.
You don't need the troll ult, man. You just have the Alacrity. Oh, it's
That's
almost
it.
down as well. Down to 180 HP.
I keep thinking at MVP Revolution as Trend Protector because they keep playing it in these games and it's been contested all 3 games now. But yeah, they can't hit those towers up.
Really bad. Oh, very quick reflex.
Right.
The overgrowth is going to be catching all 3. Where's the egg from Zayak? Not going to use it, but a Sonic Wave onto the 3 as well. And that's going to be the buyback force from the Axe. Cuckoo needs to back out here. Cuckoo still not dying. This is going to go up the Wukong's command. They only get the stun to Raven. Can he kill him off once and for all? I think they can. Yes, they get the dunk. So double for Nepal. And then of course, Cuba going to the grave. No buyback onto him. They need to chase right now. They need to look for more kills. Blizzy has the Jinku Mastery proc. Will he find anything else? Nope. The 3 of them just gonna walk up the stairs to get, you know, safety in numbers.
Axe does buy out, but he gets 2 kills in return there, which was most definitely worth. And they managed to keep their Axe intact. However, there is one thing that's been very odd is they haven't gone for those shrines yet.
Trying for the call. Oh, they get the lift back. Trying to go back into Napa, but the Sunray heal from Zayak. Oh, this has been proving to be such a boon. And of course, Napa, oh, they get the boundless strike return. Ryo making the tiny plays here and there, and Zayak also gonna go down. And that's gonna be the melee barracks. Your core's
The
maybe
supports,
down. It's okay.
yeah, the supports doing work here.
This
Getting
is
2
the
kills
thing,
and
man.
pushing
This is the
down.
teams that Ryo showed. They are the real carries.
And they will most likely get a... Nuvoker is up, he's going to try and Cyclone and delay. But, yep, they pull out. Tim's in a little bit of a pickle here, but Lasso comes out. And he's got
Lasso.
Refresher, double Lasso.
Onto the Invoker. Invoker should be
And
dying here
again.
to get the sentry. Once again, Darcy, who needs carries, man? Carries are mainstream. You have all these supports.
Exactly.
And now Blizzy probably going to be cooked down again by Sam Hinge. Nah, just kidding. They go straight for the melee barracks. Troll Wallet's coming back in, but the melee barracks... Okay, now it's going to go down to Raven. They pick up a Dessa. Lucky Bash. Puber gets the kill. Now can he go into Raven? Oh, misses the range walling access. Raven going to Shikuchi and kill out Zayak.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
And they're going to go for the second lane of barracks.
Radiant's top
I think this is
tower
over,
under
Darcy.
attack.
What are the odds that they come back from this? Cuckoo and all of the Hex onto Puber. Nice triple boundless strike. But the Sonic Wave is there. Puber wants to turn around, going for a kill. And nope. Cuckoo. That damage proving to be too much.
Overgrowth is still up, but he doesn't have any mana here.
Not every day Sunday.
The troll has no
Puber
ability.
trying to get a bash. He needs a bash, but I don't think anything's gonna happen here. He's just in between all these heroes. They cut him around looking silly, and down he goes. Immediate GG call, immediate DC from Puber.
Under attack.
And game 3, and
Wow,
taking
they
a
just-
series,
This is
TNC.
the ultimate BM from TNC. What?
Great display of skill in team fights by TNC here. Even though Sam H had a very hard time and what was it, 5 deaths very early into the game, he managed to get his blink around the same time as the Axe and making a lot of plays with the Lasso once he got it.
Also pretty nice as well that Rubik, you know, he kept... I feel like he was such an important hero when it came to the siege, stealing all these crucial spells. Raven, 18-3-23, really on form this game. Cuckoo as well had an amazing Queen of Pain game. Cat, not so much. Like, if we look at the mid players, the difference was astounding in terms of impact given.
Yep, I believe the drums pickup maybe was a mistake there because as soon as he got the drums, he still wanted to go for the Aghanims and still... Like, as soon as you got Ags, that's when you're prepared to fight. But the drums kind of delays that effect. So, in the end, he didn't really have the biggest impact due to it.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, I heard that Puber's Troll was supposed to be one of his signature heroes, but in this case, I think he got caught out, like, what, 4 times this game?
Yeah, but I feel like from that point of view, the game it was already quite hard from the start. And he was always covering lanes. I think that was very good by his behalf. Yeah, maybe he got I think he got solo killed twice at the bottom lane. The first time by the Queen of Pain when he got the tier 1 tower, and then the second time by the Bat Rider. But yeah, I feel like these kind of plays are desperate plays to try and, like, it's risks taken to try and get your team ahead by playing the more aggressive approach of the game. But yeah, I just feel as a whole, TNC was on another level. Their rotations were more successful. They made the better decisions in the middle game, especially when it came to Roshan. I think that one time Revolution tried to get Rosh when they were baiting. The Queen of Pain was baiting mid, and then TNC also smirked around getting the Invoker and then getting them at the Rosh and taking the Roshan itself. That was the biggest turning point of the game. And it became very tough from there on. It was a lot reliant on the Axe and solely the Axe because everyone else needed to farm their own items. So just great display of skills played by the cores especially, and even the supports. Tims and Rio doing a lot of work and either like breaking smokes or even just stealing key spells and turning the fights around. It's just awesome. Good games these ones were.
Really good stuff from Tims. So okay, TNC, well, living up to being one of the favorites in the region, 2-1, as they take the series clean, honestly not clean, but very convincingly in the last 2 games, at least over MVP Revolution. But what do you think about MVP Revolution? Like, do you think these guys, they have potential to keep going further as a team?
I think they're a great team. I mean, as shown in game 1, taking a game off TNC is it's definitely a feat. TNC is undoubtedly one of the best teams in C right now. Yeah, they have their highs and lows, but consistently they're always top 4 in the C region. So taking a game off them, they should be happy about it, and they should take these games as a learning experience and, analyze the replay, see what they can do better, and maybe trying to adapt a little bit more to the C scene, because playing C and playing the European region or Russian region, I believe they were playing a little bit of that beforehand, is very, very different. So it might take them a little time, but they're in Korea now and they definitely can get better, and they will be definitely a team to watch out for in the future.
Alright, so you guys heard it here first. Look out for MVP in the future, guys. But okay, we'll be taking a 10-minute break. We'll be heading into our next series, which will be Fnatic versus HappyFeet. My name is